It's David Ducker coming back at you, and today we're going to be talking about splitting the party. I've done this video previously. This is an update, a rehash. I don't think the quality was there previously, so we're going to do it again, right back at you. It's a pretty easy video. It's a pretty easy topic once you get the hang of it, but I've seen a lot of people who don't quite have the hang of it, so hopefully this is helpful. But basically it comes back to pacing. And see my video on pacing, that may help as well. But basically you want to keep it as rapid fire, as action packed as possible for each and every person at the table, while maintaining some kind of narrative coherency. So I've seen a lot of people, when the party splits, they focus on one group forever. And they never come back to the other group, whoever's split off. That is an injustice and a disservice to whoever has split off the other way. So you don't want to do that. They will be bored. They will get mad at you. They will stop paying attention. Although maybe their character would, shouldn't pay attention anyway, but maybe he should, depending on what's going on. So what you want to do is jump back and forth as rapidly as possible between the two. You don't want to do it every round or every turn, every 3 seconds in game time, but just every time something happens. So these guys are walking down a corridor. They come to a junction. There's some mysterious sculpture there, and we jump back to the other group. Okay, you guys, you're up in the forest. You haven't reached the tower yet. You haven't gone into the catacombs. So you're coming through the forest, and make perception tests. You see something rustling in the bushes, stalking forward, and we'll jump back. Okay, you guys have had a chance to think about the statuary going on and going down. You've chosen your direction now, great. You go down the left-hand junction, the left hand of the damned, not the right hand of the blessed. And coming forward, you see glowing green eyes staring out at you, not just one set, but a dozen sets, and we'll cut back. The rustling in the bushes, a Tarrasque springs forward. The body of a tortoise, the head of a lion, the tail of a scorpion, the arms of a bear. That's right, Tarrasques have the right to bear arms. So the Tarrasque comes out, and we get into combat up until somebody drops, somebody gets a wound, something dramatic happens, a dramatic moment to cut back. Okay, skeletons, a horde of skeletons, their eyes glowing green, their skulls filled with fire, holding ancient chipped scimitars. They set upon you, they start beating you guys down, and we'll keep playing through that until somebody's wounded, until there's a turn in the tide, until there's a dramatic moment to jump back. You're looking for these dramatic moments, these cliffhangers to leave the players on, to go back and forth between the two. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Don't stick with one group too long. Don't jump back and forth so quickly that everybody gets confused about what's going on. And you'll confuse yourself too, because you might not just have two. You might have 4 different people split off. So make sure you stick with dramatic little bits of story, and keep everybody on a cliffhanger on the edge of their seat. Go as fast as possible without getting confused. So that's about it. That's 4 minutes. That's all I need to say. I will add some addendums as well, however, and that is, when is it good to split and when is it bad to split? When is it good to split is when that's what your character would do, when it makes sense. When it makes sense, split, no problem. When is it bad to split? All the fucking time. If you're splitting often or for long periods of time, that's bad. A lot of Vampire the Masquerade games are infamous for this, that they're split all the time for extended periods of time. This is bad. So those two things might seem to be, contradictory to each other. You need to stay in character, but you can't split. How do you do that? And the way you do that is you build a team from day one. Group of people who either get along with each other and don't want to leave each other, or they have a shared goal and the investment in the story, the quest for their goal, so that it makes sense that they'd never split. I've done lots of videos, the campaign tripod, I've done team building, the unified theme, I've done lots of videos pointing out that it's a team sport. RPGs are not a group of individuals, they are a collective coming together. So we don't want to build people who don't get along with each other, because then it'll be split constantly. We don't want that. It destroys the narrative, it destroys the realism, it destroys pacing. It's horrible. Don't herd cats. Don't make your GM herd cats. If you're a player, fucking behave yourself. Make a team player. Make someone who cares about the story. Make someone who can get along with his companions. If you're the GM, don't make these motherfuckers put this all on you. This is their responsibility. It's the player's responsibility to make a team. It's not the GM's responsibility to herd these idiots together. Okay? So if you're the GM, don't metagame. Don't do that. The time for metagaming is when you're making the characters in the first place. So metagame there so you don't have to do it constantly after the fact, during the game, destroy the pacing, destroy the energy level of your GM. So that's a little rant. I stick on to everything, and this is a good video to stick that rant onto. And I've done that rant before, as I said. So that's pretty much all there is to splitting the party. Sometimes it's going to happen. That's cool. Just do it right. And think ahead. Make sure it's not likely to happen during the course of the game. So that's it. And let me know what you think about splitting the party in the comments below, when you've seen it done well, when you've seen it done poorly. I love the anecdotes. And until I see you again, good day and good gaming.